Good morning and happy Easter. Today, we are looking at panel data analysis using DoFile Editor and ChatGPT combo for the purpose of our finance and accounting research. We're going to use a DoFile. Basically, the do command is like when you run macros in Excel to carry out repetitive assignment, to carry out repetitive task. So we are going to set up procedure to run panel data. Having set up the procedure with the do command, we will now use it to run our panel data. After running the panel regression, we then copy and paste the result and take it to ChatGPT to help us do the analysis. This will definitely make your finance and accounting research very simple, very interesting. You're welcome on board. So we'll go to the Stata. This is my the data panel of the Stata. My data are they are already imported into Stata, and you have the year, company, dividend per share, tokens, institutional ownership, ROA, debt, equity debt ratio, firm size, the panel ID, the company ID. All of these are already here. So for us to get to the do file menu, let's go to the starter basic window. To get the do file, go to the window. You'll see the DoFile Editor, or simply press Ctrl 9 to get your DoFile command. But my DoFile is already I have my command already created for my DoFile. So I'm going to run you through the command line for the DoFile, which I'll also make available at the end of this video for you. You can modify it to suit your own research needs. Thank you. The first line on the DoFile is basically is a command meant to clear my screen on starter for this data that are populated that I don't need for the purpose of this analysis. So it's going to clear my screen first. And the second is that I want a command to drop the panel ID that I already have in the data panel, but I needed to show you how to create it. That's why I'm introducing the command. I'll have to drop it first and then create it all over. And the same goes for the company's ID, which I'm going to drop. The command drop means you're going to delete that panel from your database. So this is a notation. Line 4 is a notation that I want to generate fresh panel ID. And the command for generating that panel ID is on line 5. That's egen panel ID, which is equals to group. And for this group bracket open, company bracket closed. So that means for this regression, I'm setting company as my panel ID. So the next, I generate code for the company name. I'm generating code for company name, which is encode company. Encode company. That means I'm trying to codify the name of the company, and I'm going to use this as a company's ID. So the command to do that is on line 7, encode company. That's company names. That's generate company ID. This company ID is what I'm going to use to generate my my panel ID. So, and here I set the panel ID to panel ID to years. No, yeah, I said the panel data regression does. First, the panel ID and followed by year. So that set the tone for the regression, the panel data regression. The next is I want to describe my variables to see the attribute of my variable. This is an optional command. If you like, you might put it. It's not that if you don't, it's optional. So the next thing is for me to run a regression. That's a panel regression. In this case now, Tobin's is the dependent variable, DPS independent, institutional ownership independent, ROA independent, equity to debt independent, and firm size independent. And we are running, the first regression we'll run is the fixed effect. Fixed, and that's where you have fixed, FE as fixed effect. Once we run the first regression, we can then say estimate and store. We are going to store this regression in the memory of the system for the purpose of making comparison with random effects. The next regression will need to run the random effect regression. So that's the only difference between the first and the second regression. The last word there is RE, standing for random effect panel data regression. Once you run that, line 13 will then estimate store random effect. And once you have done that, you have the Osman test to determine whether what is appropriate for our analysis. Is it the fixed effect or the random effects? So that basically will show us the end of that regression. Additionally, we can run the panel summary statistics, and we can also run the correlation matrix. So I think the stage is set for us to run this regression. So I can quickly run this. To run this, just the execute button is there. Let's see how it goes. I'm not sure you catch that. Did you watch this button that everything here has cleared out? This is the regression. It has been done in nanoseconds, but for the purpose of you caching it again, let me clear my screen. CLS. I'll clear the screen. You can see my screen. That's the window is cleared now. I'm going to run this command again. Just let me move to the DoFile. The DoFile, I'm going to run the regression. Execute. That is it. Everything is perfect. Coming out perfect. I can expand this screen now. Let's go to the beginning. Like I told you, all the commands have been run. Drop panel ID, drop company ID, generate panel ID. And those are the commands that were run. You can see that set panel ID, ST set panel ID year. We are setting the stage for the panel data regression. And these are the attributes. You see the panel variable, the panel ID is strongly balanced, and the time variable is year, which ranges from 2013 to 2022, and the delta factor there is one year. So this is just a description of the the attributes of the variables for the study that I mentioned is optional. You have the year, the company, the variable label, and so on. So these are the panel IDs that were created, the panel ID created, and the company's ID created. You can either use the company ID or the panel ID to run to run your panel data. So from there, we'll run our first This first regression did not run. Okay, yeah, it did, but it's just that the figures are scattered. The figures are scattered. The number of observation is 160, and the number of groups is 16. That is representing the 16 company. The R square is within R square is 49%. Is the within R square is 49%. I hope you can see that. The F statistics is highly significant at 000 level, and since since it's highly significant, it shows that our model is fit in explaining the factors that determines Tobin Q. So that is basically what has happened. So the regression, this is the regression results, which, like I told you, we have run the fixed. This one is the which is this? This is the fixed effects panel regression. Fixed effect panel regression. The next, after running it, it was stored. It was stored. Yes, this is stored as estimate stored as fixed effect. Now the second regression is the random effect regression, which is, it has also run that, and the within R square is 32%. So that's the random effect regression. Now the next thing is to estimate store. That completes the two regression, and now what follows is the Osman fixed and random effect test, which is given here. So the chi-square for the fixed and random effects, we have a chi-square value of 43.62, and the probability value of chi-square is at 0.00 level. So since this is significant, before I go, but since it's significant, or you're in a state when you run this regression, you don't know the interpretation to give to your Osman, whether it is a random effect you're going to use or the fixed effect. Basically, you can copy. Let's copy the Osman test and take it to ChatGPT for interpretation. ChatGPT for interpretation. I copy. Where's my browser? Shots. Okay. Which is preferred? RE or FE? I'm pasting the Osman test. Now I'm asking which is preferred. Is it RE or FE for the? Is it RE of FE for the Osman Osman test? Let's see. What's chat telling us? So, and that's it. The Altman test you have conducted is used to decide between using a fixed model or a random effect model in a panel data analysis. The choice between these two models hinges on the assumptions about the unobserved individual effect, whether it's correlated with the explanatory variables that's for fixed effect or not for the random effect. The Altman test shows a chi-square of 43.62 with a p-value of 0.000, which is significant at the conventional level. This significance, this is where we are going. See, this significant result suggests that the difference in the coefficients between the fixed effect and the random effect are systemic, and therefore the null hypothesis of the Altman test that the preferred model is RE because there is no systemic difference is rejected. Given this outcome, FE model is preferred over the random effects, method. So if you don't know how to interpret your result, ChatGPT will easily help you do that. Once you run your regression, you can also put in your regression to assist your analysis. Once you do that, you'll be able to get your result interpreted and paraphrased for the purpose of including them in your paper. So that is how to run a DoFile command in Starter. And once you finish the DoFile, you you run it, you copy your result, you can paste it in ChatGPT. It will help you to interpret your results. Thank you. That comes to bring us to the end of today's session. If you have comments, you can reach out to me, like, share, and subscribe.